Hey guys, what's going on? Jebb here, and in today's video, I want to show you a very similar pattern that's showing up right now on the Bitcoin chart that mirrors December of last year perfectly. Following this pattern, Bitcoin rallied $23,000 in 25 days, and I'm going to show you why something similar might be coming in the next 90 days to Bitcoin as we approach and are likely to be about to break all-time high on Bitcoin. If you enjoyed today's video, consider hitting that like button and subscribe to the channel if you think that we've given you value. But without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. December of 2020, Bitcoin had just rallied all the way up to and tested $20,000. We failed to break through it for a time, and we traded sideways for a grand total of 3 weeks before finally breaking through $20,000, and in the span of just 3 weeks, rallied $21,000, doubling the price up to $42K. And it looks like something similar might be happening right now on Bitcoin, as we've just had a major rally and we're sitting right below $65,000, our new all-time high. But there are a number of parallels that connect these two markets. Number one, I want to show you the way that the market moved in between the all-time high and the test. Notice we actually had exactly 3 years of price action between $20,000 and its eventual breaking. We rallied all the way to $20,000 for the first time on December 16th, 2017. We broke above $20,000 for the first time on December 16th, 2020. In those 3 years, Bitcoin did this. First and foremost, it had its major correction. This was the bear market. Then from there, we had a short corrective rally where we did not rally all the way back to all-time high. From there, we had another correction, followed by a FUD story called the news virus that I can't say on YouTube for fear of being demonetized, and we had a big correction. From there, though, we had a major rally all the way to all-time high, and then we broke it and doubled within a month. That looks very similar to what we've done so far. We had a major correction from $65,000, followed by a corrective move to the upside. We didn't hit all-time high, and then we had another correction come in from a lot of FUD. There was a bunch of shorting going on around the time that we saw El Salvador formally adopt Bitcoin. Back over here, we saw China ban Bitcoin. We saw Elon Musk tweeting. There were a lot of parallels. And then from there, after these 3 waves, we saw our 4th wave back up to all-time high, and now we're trading below the all-time high figure. You see how these two markets look like they've done something almost identically. And if Bitcoin were to follow through with what it did previously, we would rally 110% in under a month, and we would rally 220% in under 4. If we were to do that, then Bitcoin would rally, as you can see right here, in just the next 30 days, up to $120,000, and from there, in the next 4 months, Bitcoin would rally all the way to nearly $200,000, probably sometime around the beginning of 2022. Now, I want to preface, I don't think that Bitcoin is going to rally quite that fast. I don't think that Bitcoin has the ability to go and add multiple trillions of dollars in the span of 3 or 4 months. But I do think Bitcoin is going to rally that far. I don't think it's going to rally that fast, but I do think it's going to rally that far. If Bitcoin follows this exact same pattern, we would see Bitcoin double within, I would say, probably the next 90 days. We're looking at $100,000 to $120,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year. From there, it may take up to a year to get up to $200,000, which I think will be the eventual all-time high of this bull market. And if we follow through on this fractal, then that's what will end up happening. Why would this happen? Well, the answer actually doesn't lie in the technicals. The technicals will tell us what's going to happen in the next month, but the next year lies in the fundamentals in the on-chain. The on-chain metrics tell us multiple things. Number one, Bitcoin mining is growing at an astronomical rate. All these miners are coming back online in droves. Number two, the number of people in cryptocurrency right now dwarfs anything that we've ever seen. Number three, the amount of futures open interest on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange is massively increasing. And four, that leads us to the point that a Bitcoin futures ETF has finally been approved. That is not the same thing as a physically backed Bitcoin ETF, but an ETF of any caliber is still a very bullish thing for the market. And finally, the institutions and the big power players and the companies and the banks and now even entire nation states are getting involved in Bitcoin in ways that they never have before. Bitcoin and its next 12 months look remarkably bullish, and based on this fractal and based on those 5 things that I just said, I think that Bitcoin is going to be at or above $200,000 in the next year, and I also think it's going to be at or above $100,000 before the end of this year, or at the very latest, in my opinion, the end of January. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. Are we about to have a massive rally the same way that we saw when we broke $20,000, or in this case, are we going to see a more gradual uptrend? Albeit we might not have the same relative levels of of hype right now that we did at the end of 2020, so there's an argument to be made there. But I want to hear your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, consider hitting that like button and also consider subscribing to the channel. It helps to support our channel, and we're about to hit 200,000 subscribers. So if you want to see Bitcoin hit $200K, help us hit 200K subscribers. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you today. Before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Oh!